This is a speedometer. This is an odometer. And this is a tachometer. All of them are present in the dashboard of your car. And they are instruments that you should never tamper with. And I will tell you the reason why you should never tamper with these 3 meters that is in the dashboard of your car. The most popular one among them is a speedometer. Because every one of us knows the work of a speedometer.
Hold up. Let's give it a rewind. Yes, everybody understands what speedometer is for. But not everybody understands the reading. Now, in speedometer, we have 2 gauges or 2 readings. So we have the miles per hour and we have the kilometers per hour. As you can see in the image, we have the bigger picture and we have the smaller numbering. So the bigger numbering is talking about the miles per hour and the small one is talking about the kilometers per hour. So when you accelerate and you have a road sign out there telling you so kilometer per hour, probably 50 kilometer per hour, depending where you're driving on, depending on the kind of truck you're driving. So with the help of the kilometer, you can tell the exact speed you are going into or you're running at. So don't just go through the first one, which is the miles per hour, and assume you are doing under the same speed limit. No, you're not. You're actually doing above the speed limit.
But what about an odometer and tachometer? Let us talk about them. But we cannot talk about odometer and tachometer if we don't talk about speedometer. So first, let's start from the speedometer. A speedometer is an instrument in your dashboard that determines that tells you how far that your vehicle is traveling.
Bro, speedometer don't determine how far you are moving. Speedometer measures how fast you are moving, either in kilometer per hour or miles per hour.
You should always listen to your speedometer. Even as a professional driver, you should always listen to your speedometer. Because if you are a learner, you shouldn't speed above 50. If you speed above 50 as a learner, you are putting your life in danger. Because the more you speed, the less chance you have for survival when accidents occurs. And the less you speed, the more chance you have for survival when accidents occurs. An odometer is an instrument that registers the total distance that your vehicle has covered. Probably you are traveling from Lagos to Abuja. When you get to Abuja, your odometer will tell you that this is the total distance that this particular vehicle has covered in this period of time. And odometer also covers the total distance that the vehicle has covered in its lifetime. It will tell you the total distance that the vehicle has covered in its lifetime, starting from the time it's leaving the factory till the time that you are using it at the moment. It will tell you that since you have bought this car, this is the total distance it has covered. That is the work of an odometer.
So first, give me one good reason why I should listen to my speedometer when my speedometer doesn't speak. No. We don't listen to speedometer, bro. We don't listen to speedometer. Rather, we pay attention to it. And don't get me wrong, I don't ask you here to pay attention to your speedometer at all times. You might get distracted to what's ahead of you. So you can just take a glance and pay attention to what's ahead of you. Yes, agreed. An odometer is an instrument on the dashboard that measures the total distance your vehicle has covered since it has been in existence. Since day one, either you are moving forward or you are moving backward in terms of reverse, the odometer records your movements. Now, don't let us forget about mileage. There has been controversies between mileage and odometer. So I said earlier on, the odometer records the total distance covered since your vehicle has been in existence. So what's the work of a mileage? Mileage only records the particular distance of your trip. How do I mean? If you are traveling from Lagos to Abuja, you can set your trip to either trip A or trip B. Why? So that it's going to measure how far you're going to drive in terms of miles. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So don't get me wrong. If you're embarking on a trip from Lagos to Abuja, you can set your trip to trip A with the help of a knob on the dashboard. I don't know if your vehicle has it, but you need to pay attention to it. Now, when you set your trip, it's going to tell you how far you travel from Lagos to Abuja. So all the record taking will now be implanted automatically to the odometer. So odometer is just the total distance covered since your vehicle has been in existence, while mileage is just distance for that particular trip you want to embark on. That doesn't mean it's going to stop. It will continue except you place a reset button on it. Then you set either a trip A or a trip B, depending on the kind of vehicle you're using.
Please don't mind my English.